No carrier. A plaque. Let's examine it. Ha! That's a skytail. We call it the hunter, but I think you would refer to it as the thief. We find these from time to time. We think they're dwarven. Skytails etched into metal. Pretty, isn't it? Aye, but in and of itself, I'm not sure what it's trying to tell us. Let's keep looking, alright? Yeah! These plaques are as old as these hills, Harrier. Take a look. That's the Witch in the Stars, or the Mage, as you call it. Skytails. The Witch is one of the Guardians that protects the Lesser Stars. I don't know. Not yet. Could have something to do with the Guardians. Maybe. Let's go to another location on the map. I think the dwarves placed these plaques, but no one really knows. See what that one says. That depicts the skytail of the headsman. I think your people call it the warrior. I knew it would come to me, eventually. The ritual, the plaques, the map. It finally makes some sense now. You missed it too. What a pair we make. What did Hircine show us? He revealed the snake, which I thought was just a substitute for our prey. But the skytails on the plaques, the witch, the headsman, and the hunter, they're the Rich Guardians. Look at your map. See how the marks form the shape of the snake in the stars? And see how one mark is missing? If I place it here, we see the snake in its entirety. That's where we need to go. As for the Rich Guardians, well, we'll see. Storytellers say the dwarves knew the stars better than anyone. Strange passion for people who lived underground, eh? Anyway, let's get to this final location. The snake in the stars is the corruptor, the enemy. If permitted, it would consume the lesser stars without hesitation. Luckily, the Guardians, the Headsman, the Witch, and the Hunter stand strong and defend the lesser stars. The Witch shines her light on covens that protect the rich from outsiders and others who mean to do rich folk harm. Her good eye sees through everything. Rock, water, and flesh to find the hard truths. And when she speaks, she never lies. He carries an axe, doesn't he? The headsman stands for swift ends and payment in kind. He delivers justice and punishment in equal measure. The hunter is the wiliest of the skytails, clever as an old fox and swift as a young one. She watches the snake in the stars, finding it, no matter where it slithers. She teaches us to keep our feet quiet, and our keels as silent as the night. This must be the spot. Just look at all this dwarf craft. The entrance to Betharzell must be around here somewhere. Always a trick with dwarves, though. Look at these pillars. More skytails. Turn those stones in the right order, and I think we'll find our door.
This looks promising.
Indeed. Dwarven rock of some
That looks
kind,
right
I
to me.
suspect.
That did something, Harrier. Damned dwarves, am I right? Device... Ugh. I try not to think too hard about dwarf mischief. But I've no mind to rush you, Harrier.
As soon as we lost Lady Belaine's trail, we decided to instead pick up yours.
Damn that Lady Belaine. She slipped away like a snake through a crack in the wall. Ah well, we'll catch her soon enough. Right now you should be working on getting us into Betharzell. Go on, find the door.
You hear that? Well done. That did it. Wait. Something's not right. A darkness.
Arana, are you alright?
An ominous turn. Come, my friend. Let's talk.
Let me be, Harrier.
The door opened, but something happened to Irana. She mentioned something about a darkness. We should check on her, but we also need to determine that the keystone we seek is here. No, that she has a sensitivity that I do not possess. Most powerful witches do. Let's hope she recovers quickly. It is said that mechanical horrors guard the depths of Betharzell. No matter what, we must mind the shadows and be on your guard. In addition to the mechanical traps and defenders, we know that Lady Belaine is also seeking the keystone. Lady Belaine has had more time to research the Arthzan keystone than we did. She may have already known about his location and the hidden door. Or she may have known a different way to get inside. Then again, she may be looking somewhere else entirely. I certainly hope not. Between the dwarven scrap dealer and Arana's ritual, everything seems to point to this location. I only mean that Lady Belaine may be operating off of a totally different set of suppositions. Dwarven keystones not only provide access to forbidden or otherwise sealed areas, they also tend to radiate ancient magic. The uses for such a relic are potentially limitless. I won't be able to determine more until I see the keystone itself. Gwendis and I can cover more ground on our own. Let's find the keystone.
So this is Betharzell, eh? Mind your feet, Harrier. Every bit of metal in here means to do you harm. Must have been chiefs who lived here. Chiefs or bronze metalworkers. I hate places. Namira's blood. They cut the heart out of the ground. It's an entire city under the earth, hiding something worse beneath. Getting close to something, Harry. Something awful. The tales were true. Silver. I'll send crafters down to carve it out once we deal with the rest of these metal beasts. I hear something. Wailing and scratching at the walls. There's darkness all around.
There. That must be the artisan keystone.
Verandis. So it's true. You are alive. Nevertheless, the keystone is mine.
I told you I saw him, skulking around Markarth. He's not as impressive as you led me to believe.
Enough, Belaine. Take the keystone. My Verandis would give chase. This pathetic creature. I don't know what it will decide to do.
Rada, you must listen. There's still time to make things right. Rada? Rada!
Damn it! Belaine took the keystone. That metal priest is standing in our way. Rock carrier! Now let's get out of here. I don't hear any clanking behind us. I think we're clear. Curse that Lady Belaine. I thought if we could acquire the keystone, we could finally get the upper hand. I'm tired of snapping at the heels of the Grey Host. I want to go for the throat. Maybe, but you have to go alone from here, Harrier. There's a fork in the path, and we need to go our separate ways. At least for a while. There's something down here. A darkness. Like leeches in a pond, it takes little bites of my soul. I need to get back to the surface. I need to see the sky, feel the wind on my skin. I'll rally the warriors and start preparing for the fight to come. Protect your heart, Harrier. This darkness will eat at you too, if you let it. Keep an eye on Verandis, Harrier. Rada al-Saran was toying with him. He's got plans for your friend, I think. It's hard to explain. Most witchcraft is. Imagine a boulder. Heavy, solid, huge. Now imagine some grinning bastard lowering it onto your chest. Slowly at first, but it starts to crush you. Little by little, it becomes harder to breathe. Aye. It feels like a wet rag sliding down my throat, choking the life out of me. I'll manage. But you need to stay wary. All of you. Whatever it is, it's like a black pit at the center of a sour fruit. And I don't think it belongs in this world. Dwarf magic is hard to hold. It's so clean, all straight angles, no frayed edges. So natural is what it is. The keystone might open a door, but more than that, it's eager. It doesn't just want to open, it wants to activate something. I'll send crafters to gather some. We'll fashion it into weapons, arrow tips, coated blades. We have a few metalworkers in the clans. Use what's on hand to survive, same as always. Silver hurts the Grey Host, so we'll work with silver.
Gwendis, think this through.
No, they slipped the noose once. That's not going to happen again.
My friend, I thought I could catch Rada and Lady Belaine. Convince him to... Anyway, I'm sorry I failed us. They acquired the keystone and escaped across the river, toward that dwarven structure in the distance. Unlike Gwendis, we can't rush off without a plan. Clear heads will win the day, mark my words. This contest is far from over. With a fresh trail to follow and new allies at our side, victory is closer than ever. And much of that is because of you. This must be Blackreach. I've read the legends, but I never thought it was real. The stories hardly do it justice. Perhaps one day I'll have an opportunity to explore it more fully. For now, we have work to do. Are you still with me, my friend? Ah, the keystone. What is it, and how is it connected to that dwarven structure? Why are they so important to Rada and Lady Belaine? Perhaps they seek to harness some sort of dwarven sorcery? Well, regardless, we can't allow them to achieve their goal. Yes, but we need to proceed with caution. We don't know the purpose of the keystone, and we don't know what they plan to do with it. That said, we are not without our own talents. We can overcome any obstacles and find a way forward. We always do. I'll meet you across the river. Together we'll find a way to enter that ruin. Seeing Rada again. It reopened many old wounds. He wasn't always the villain. At least, I like to think he wasn't. Ah, fool's hope is a dangerous thing. Conflicted. I suppose you could say that. We were friends once, partners, in a great and noble undertaking. And then Rada changed. Maybe it was me. Now, who can say? He betrayed what we believed in, and then he died. Or at least, I thought he did. Without a doubt, Rada's plans, whatever they are, will prove catastrophic to the mortal realm if allowed to proceed unchecked. I hope I can talk to him, appeal to his better half, and make him see reason. If not, I'll do whatever I must to end this. We have the ability to mask our condition from mortals, but it takes a powerful vampire indeed to hide from another one of our kind. As much as I hate to admit it, Belaine fooled me. I can tell you this, she's unlike any vampire I've met before. All vampires carry the stain of Molag Bal. It's the inescapable reality of our condition. But Lady Belaine, I sensed something else inside her. A vacant darkness. Still, if I can speak to Rada, perhaps we can settle this without bloodshed. I was able to study the keystone, briefly, before Rada and Belaine snatched it away. It's a faceted stone bound by a metal band, obviously of dwarven design. I'm not a Dwemer expert, but the keystone, it could have 1,000 different uses. Now, it shares some similarities with Ayleid Welkin stones, but as far as I know, the Ayleids and dwarves had little to do with each other. That's puzzling. Magic stones often serve as power sources, as well as keys and even weapons. I reached that same conclusion, my friend. Let's get over there and find out, shall we? And if the opportunity presents itself, perhaps I can get Rada to see reason and abandon this destructive course he's set for the Grey Host. I'll meet you outside the ruin, my friend. There you are. We have a problem. This is where Rada and Lady Belaine entered the structure, but I can't find any way to open the doors. I suspect this may be why they needed the keystone. Good question. Let's look around. Not all of the ruin remains intact. Portions have crumbled over the ages. Perhaps we can find a path through the rubble. Just be cautious. I've seen both constructs and shadowy creatures prowling this ruin. The constructs are dwarven and expected. The shadows, some sort of beings made of inky darkness. Quite unsettling and potentially dangerous. Something unusual has taken hold of this place. Reach magic strikes me as wild and unpredictable. Arana clearly shares a strong connection with the ebb and flow of the spirits, though. She might have sensed these creatures, but I suspect something else caused her distress. The source of these shadow beings, these shades, I sense a corruption, a void. The longer I'm close to it, the more I suspect it may be the very thing that drew Rada and Lady Belaine here in the first place. Stay alert, my friend. I wish I could say for certain. I've done precious little reading on dwarven ruins. I do seem to recall the name Arkzand being connected to a university, a library. This place does have a sort of academic look to it, don't you think? I've seen nothing dwarven in their manner or appearance. Dwarves were meticulous scholars, their constructs, their architecture. Everything was precise and controlled. These shades are like wild animals. Whatever spawned them may not be dwarven at all. That door is clearly blocked. And that strange energy. Wait. Is there something on the floor? These pockets. Anything worth reporting about the contents of that note? That parchment appears relatively fresh and intact. What does it say? The Library of Arcthzand. Interesting. I assume a dwarven library houses more than simply books. Anything else of pertinence written there? A dark relic. That sounds ominous. And quite likely related to the darkness that Arana sensed, and I now feel as well. That could be the source of these shades. Anything else? Void portals. A dark relic resonating power, and strange shades. We can't let any of this fall into Rada and Lady Belaine's hands. Let's see what we can find on the other side of this structure. Such destruction, and not the slow decay of time. Something terrible happened here. It's a strange-looking shard. Another note and a strange shard. What do you think, my friend? Interesting. The shards remind me of something torn from the darkest corner of Oblivion. As unsettling as that object is, I think we should hold on to it. Especially if we can use it to navigate the void portals. I suggest you try to use a shard to propel yourself through one of the void portals. The risks are significant, but if we can turn these strange pockets of energy to our advantage, we have to attempt it. What? Well done, my friend. there. Try concentrating on that pocket of energy. You did it, man. This is impressive. This place, I had no idea. I knew the dwarves created some magnificent structures, but this is amazing. And look, more of those void portals in the higher portions of this. The only word that comes to mind is cathedral. Until we find the source, I can only speculate. We need to locate it, learn more about this energy, and determine the true nature of these shades. If Radha and Lady Belaine can harness this dark energy, I hate to imagine what they could accomplish. The longer I spend in close proximity, the more I pick up from the shades. I sense fragmented thoughts and raw emotion. They remind me of pure rage and unbridled pain. Perhaps exploring the library will yield some answers. Their presence in every dark corner. Keep going. Path ends here, but there's a door up above. We need to find a way to reach it. With the path ahead blocked, our only option appears to be the door above us. However, I sense something on the other side. I smell oil. I hear the whine of ancient gears. Proceed. An excellent idea. You might have to get creative to reach the very top. Danger. But it seems related to this dwarven structure and not the dark energy we're tracking. I doubt it's anything we can't handle. Just be careful as you traverse the portals. A fall from those heights could prove deadly. Even for you. appears to be some sort of containment apparatus. And there's a shade trapped at the center. Another sheet of parchment. Bring it here. Might that be another observation by the Grey Host Pentarch? What secrets does it reveal this time? Of course! Despite all the knowledge he gained, he made a mistake. That trapped shade. That's the Grey Host Pentarch. We should attempt to free him, if not out of mercy, then to determine what he knows about the dark energy and its source. Very well. Manipulate the crystals and see if you can set the tortured shade free. Just exercise caution, my friend. I would hate to see you trapped within the apparatus alongside the Grey Host Pentarch. That's it. Keep repositioning the crystals to reflect the energy. Try to connect the crystals to all four corners of the room. Did it! Quickly now, question the shade before it dissipates. Such anguish, Such pain. Souls trapped in Molech Ball's realm wither over centuries, but this dark heart, it stripped that creature of its vitality almost instantly. I wish it had told us more, and could have been more coherent. Yes, but apparently for different purposes. Unstable breaches in the fabric of reality, imploded chambers, trapped shades. Everything points to some terrible dwarven experiment that went astray. This dark energy is clearly powerful, and dangerous. As the Shade implied, they each seek the Dark Heart for a different reason. I can only imagine what Rodder would do with such power. As for Belaine, he called her the vessel that never fills. A curious description. Regardless, we must find them. It must have something to do with the sky above. Perhaps constellations such as those that led us to Betharzel. In any event, it's evident that the dark current flowing through this place traps souls and twists them into these shades. Perhaps it does possess life of a sort. Certainly it holds a vast amount of power. Power enough that we can't allow Rada or Lady Belaine to get their hands on it. Come, my friend, let's continue our hunt. Watch for signs of the Grey Host that should point us toward Rada and Belaine. Yes, of course. An orrery. Rada and Belaine, we found them. Let's listen in.
The orrery of Arksand. The key to our salvation. It has stood here unmoving for nearly 3,000 years.
You're sure the keystone will power it, Belaine? It must be ready when the time comes.
The keystone is only part of the puzzle. As you agreed, we must also awaken the Dark Heart.
I gave you my word, Belaine. The Grey Host will make your prophecy come true.
Reach witch signs and portents can be tiresome, but they are necessary for this. The Dark Heart must beat again.
And it will, Belaine. Soon. With the keystone, we can come and go as we please. Now, let us leave this place. We still have much to do before we restart the orrery.
Reach witch prophecies. What fates are you tempting now, Rada? As we speculated, the keystone does more than open doors. Rada and Lady Belaine plan to use it to restart the orrery. The question remains, why? And what role does this Dark Heart play in their schemes? I'm not sure. We know the Grey Host has Reach witches among its ranks. Perhaps a local coven has some role in all this. We need to speak with Arana. To learn about Reach witch prophecies, we might as well go to an expert. Without the keystone or more of those void portals, we can't get down into the orrery chamber. I'll stay here and try to pick up their trail. I need you to go to Rebel's Retreat and see what you can learn from Arana.
it! Put that silver we acquired to good use, you lazy goat herders!
I wondered if you were going to return, Harrier. The worms and ghosts wouldn't stop whispering to me, talking about dark doings and stirring evil. But they were deadly silent about you. Did you catch up to Lady Belaine? The Dark Heart, you say? There's a tale as old as the Ridge with an evil heart at its center. Like most Ridge stories, it ends bloody. Belaine might have slipped your net, but we know what she's on about. Thanks to you, this hunt isn't over yet. The story of the Dark Heart. The Ghost Song clan knows it well. My clan. Once. I need to speak with my sister, Nathari. She studied the old secrets. Knows about prophecies, both ill and fair. If anyone can glean the mind of Lady Belaine, it's her. Traditions passed down from our foremothers. Like the story of the prophecy of the Dark Heart. It deals with souls, shadows, endings. I know the core of it, but Nathari understands the nuances. Unfortunately, we haven't spoken in a long time. An outsider? Not likely. We need someone to intercede on our behalf. We need Brayden. He's a friend, and he holds the respect of the clan. If he vouches for you, Nathari might talk to you. He often visits Roldan Ring to trade news. Meet me there. Brayden can speak to the mood of the Ghost Song clan. Tell him what you told me. I'm sure he'll help us get a meeting with my sister. He's a werewolf, mind you, but I've never had a truer friend. Look for him at Roldan Ring. I'll meet you there. Roldan Ring is an ancient site southeast of here. It's neutral ground, a place where all clans of the Ridge can gather to trade and share stories. Brayden visits the place a lot. He loves to chatter with other clans. Years ago, we argued about what the Spirit Queen's teachings meant for our clan. Nathari believes that we're meant to return to the old ways, the dark ways, to seek Namira's favor. I believe those days are better left behind us. More like the clan left me. My sister turned them against me. As the days grew darker, the Ghost Song Witches found it easier to see things her way than mine. Regardless, my people will always be my people. The Spirit Queen often speaks to the witches of my clan, my former clan. Oh, we honor all the spirits of the Reach, but the Spirit Queen herself chose our foremothers to be the keepers of dark and powerful secrets. You know her as Namira, and yes, she is a spirit of death. Your soft priests in their stone houses see her as a fearsome spectre, fools that they are. Reach folk know the Spirit Queen as a guide. She watches over us when we take that final journey. And your friend is a vampire. Werewolves are Hircine's chosen. Many of the Reach's greatest champions are skin changers. Brayden and the other werewolves are nothing like those Grey Host Ravagers. They're the clan's loyal protectors. I know Hircine's gift when I see it. There are two kinds of werewolves. Those who master their gift, and those who are slaves to it. I can tell which you are. In the Reach, we judge you on what you do, not what you are. Mostly. Raiden, what news of the Ghost Song clan?
Your sister led the clan to Lost Valley. I was about to join them. Who's the outsider?
An ally against the Grey Host. I'll let them tell you themselves.
An outsider walking alongside the great and powerful Arana. That's not a sight I thought I'd see today. And she says you're an ally. Tell me, outsider, why do you care what happens to the Reach? An outsider come to fight outsiders. I wish you hadn't brought your war here in the first place. Speaking with Nathari is going to be difficult, even if she would agree to such a meeting. She's taken the clan to Lost Valley Redoubt. That's just what the Reach folk call it. It isn't actually lost. We know exactly where it is. It's a sacred place from a darker time. Nathari said the time had come to return to Lost Valley, promised the clan a great revelation. I'm not sure, but I'm no witch. Some of our rituals aren't meant to be shared with outsiders, I'll tell you that much. Still, if Arana says it's important for you to speak to her sister, I believe her. Yes, we grew up together in the Ghost Song clan. I was furious when the clan banished her. I almost followed, but I couldn't. The clan needs my protection, especially now against the Grey Host. As I said, the place is sacred to us. The Nords built a great barrow there, but long before that, Lost Valley was a place dedicated to dark worship. Not all Reach folk practices involve blood and sacrifice, but many of our oldest traditions do. Lost Valley was a center for such activity once upon a time. Oh, don't worry. You're helping Arana. I won't offer your heart to Namira. Not today. I'm off to
Lost
Lost
Valley
Valley.
Redoubt.
If you want to find your sister, that's where she'll be.
Why Lost Valley, Nathari? What are you planning, my sister? Lost Valley Redoubt. A revelation. I don't know what Nathari is planning. I don't like the sound of it. We need to see what's going on in Lost Valley. I'll meet you there. Grey Host Scout has been clawed to pieces. Brayden's work, I presume. But why are these monsters here in the first place? Brayden must have gotten here ahead of us. I'd recognize his handiwork anywhere. It seems that the redoubt is overrun with Grey Host troops. We'll need to get past them to reach the old ritual site. The Nords built their barrow over the caves that were once used by my ancestors. The Spirit Queen led the first Ghost Song matron to a spot deep beneath the redoubt. I think that's where Nathari has taken the clan. They haven't. My mother had the entrance to the barrow concealed when I was a young girl. No one has used it since before I was born. I always knew those old stories interested my sister, but I never expected her to lead the clan down there. A werewolf killed this vampire. And it wasn't one of those Grey Host mongrels. Raiden would have easily beaten us here. And I know his preferred method for delivering a quick kill. I imagine we might see more of his handiwork inside the redoubt. Nathari is younger than me. Way too sure of herself. When I was the clan's matron, I tried to mentor her. But she follows her own heart. Witches can be a stubborn lot. I only wish she heard others as well as she thinks she hears the Spirit Queen. Doesn't matter what I think. It's what Nathari believes she hears. What she sees in every sign important. From what Brayden said, she thinks it's time to return to the old ways. Blood sacrifice and dark magic. I wanted nothing. Nathari wanted to be matron, and the clan. They were ready to choose her over me. I wanted to forge new traditions, but she promised them the Mira's blessing if they heeded the old ways. Fear and superstition are powerful motivators. Grey Host command camp up ahead.
Lady
See what you
Belaine
can
said that
find.
no one is to interfere. Remain vigilant.
Grey Host scratchings. What does it say?
We've already had trouble with one trespasser. Remember, he might not have come alone.
Well, do those scratchings on paper tell you anything about what the Grey Host is doing in Lost Valley Redoubt? I never should have let Nathari push me aside. She was always drawn to darkness, even as a girl. Lady Belaine must have found her eager to believe the right lies. Does that letter say what Belaine hopes to gain from my sister's foolishness?
Mangy curse! The Grey Host has no room for weaklings!
The door to the barrow was sealed many years ago, but I remember the way. We're going the right way. The entrance is farther up. Keep going. We're almost to the summit. The barrow entrance is just ahead. The entrance should be here somewhere. Look around. Ah, you found the rock. That's actually the door, but it will only open for a ghost song witch. Well, look at that. Still got it. Now let's enter the barrow. Must have started the ritual. How dare Nathari allow Grey Host soldiers to prowl these halls? Ritual sacrifices. Nathari wants the clan to return to the old ways. These dead are ancient. Clearly not my sister's doing. In the past, Ghost Song witches made blood sacrifices to the Spirit Queen and the Lord of the Hunt in rooms such as this. My foremothers believed that death pleased our gods. Nathari still holds that view. My foremothers believed the Spirit Queen granted them power in exchange for the souls they sent to her realm. A death is the greatest gift a mortal can give, after all. This was where the clan performed ritual sacrifices to appease Namira. Aye, that seems to be where all this is laden. To awaken the Dark Heart, my coven must sacrifice that which they hold most dear. Their own kin. Many Ghost Song clan members are about to die. I can't believe she actually did it. Nathari sacrificed this Ghost Song hunter. Nathari, no! What have you done?
The hour is upon us, dear sister. You must feel it. The darkness.
You sacrificed our own people! Oh, poor Sagan!
I should have expected Arana to take up with outsiders. She always rejected the old ways. This is no place for one who doesn't hear the spirits of the Reach. You're not worthy to walk these sacred halls. And every one of them gave up their life willingly. They gladly died to awaken the Dark Heart from its slumber. Arana may deny it, but this is the day Namira has been preparing us for. We give our souls to the Dark in return for eternal life. You sound like Braden. True believers see the honor in this sacrifice, but not everyone can overcome the fear that whispers in their ears. The flesh quails even when the spirit is strong. No matter, we help them complete their journey. Why does this matter to you, outsider? The Ghost Song hunters, the true hunters, gather below, ready to give their lives for the Spirit Queen. Braden will too, when his time comes. I shall complete the ritual and awaken the Dark Heart. The clan chose me, Arana. The Spirit Queen demands death, and I shall give it to her.
Damn it. I should never have left. No. I can't allow this. We need to find Braden and the others. This is horrible. Nathari has convinced herself that she's doing the will of the Spirit Queen. And she persuaded at least some of the clan to go along with this madness. We have to find a way to stop her. Aye. That seems to be the long and short of it. The Dark Heart will beat again, and its power will surge up from the deep places to consume everything. Its darkness will cover the world. The prophecy talks of death and destruction, but it also says that those who embrace it will be spared. There's power in the darkness, especially for those who believe and hold true to its word. Now let's go try to save my clan from this madness. The old matrons mentioned a ritual cave deep within the burrow. It must be this way. was loyal to Nathari. Surely some must have opposed her. And when they did fight back, they were quickly overwhelmed. On the entire clan. Poor Senan. Not you too, old friend. Was that beside him? What do those scratch marks tell you? Not many of my clan learned the scratchings, but Senan could read and write the Imperial language. He spent years in Morokar's Imperial Guard. What did he write down? As we've seen, Nathari has convinced some of the clan to support this mad endeavor. This is Lady Belane's doing. Spirits take that woman. She's laughing far from here and safe, while Nathari does exactly what she wants. I remember that from the stories. A cavern where the floor drops into darkness. That's where the first Ghost Song Witch made a bargain with the Spirit Queen. Legend says the pit divides the land of the living from the dead. Let's keep moving. We need to hurry.
The dark heart stirs. You can't stop the prophecy from being fulfilled.
Another soul for the sacrifice!
Every sacrifice strengthens the darkness. Below us, the darkness gathers in that infernal pit. I can feel it. The dark heart is waking up.
It responds. The dark heart awakens. Give your lives so the dark heart may beat again. Too late, sister. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Stop Nefari before she feeds my entire clan to the darkness. The darkness. It's Nefari's hunger. Try to contain it. Use the portals to get out of there. We did it, Harriet. Dark heart returns to its slumber. Raiden, we're alive. Thank the spirits.
I felt the darkness inside me.
I knew Nathari's ideas were folly, but this, with her own hand, she gave her kin to the darkness. She would have killed all of us if you and Arana hadn't arrived. Nathari was a friend once, before she became obsessed with the old ways. If Lady Boleyn put her on that path, then I've got a score to settle with her. And I'll fight to protect what's left of us, few though we may be. Aye, we'll fight. There aren't many of us left, but most of us are werewolves. Lady Boleyn will regret the day she turned our own witches against the clan. That, I promise you. We'll make our way to Rebel's retreat. I'll look for you and Arana there. This isn't your fault, Arana. Nathari could only see her own visions, hear her own spirits. Nathari's madness was her own, Arana. We'll follow you.
Go. I'll meet you back at Rebel's retreat. I want to say a last prayer for the dead before I leave. Maybe I can free my sister's soul from the darkness that took her. Give her some modicum of peace.
what you bring us, Arana? Frightened pups?
Frightened pups? My hunters are the equal of 10 of yours. Do you care to see our claws and fangs?
Save it for the grey horse, skin changer. Let's see what they can do on the training field.
We'll show the Grey Host. We'll show everyone. The Ghost Song clan still has some fight left in it. Just point us at the prey and let us loose.
The news that Lady Boleyn was invoking the prophecy of the Dark Heart. I never expected it to lead to the decimation of my old clan at the hands of my sister. Still, I can't help feeling that this was a rehearsal for something even more terrible. The prophecy says it takes more than a handful of deaths to awaken the Dark Heart. Oh, Nathari got something to stir, but I think Lady Boleyn just used her to test the waters. The darkness responded, though. Thank the spirits who stopped the ritual.
There you are. That darkness Arana mentioned? I think we found it. Verandis has been studying that dark energy down in the library of Arkstand, trying to figure out what Rada al-Saran and Lady Boleyn have planned. He thinks it might actually be related to the darkness. The void. Isn't that a terrifying thought? Look, I'm no scholar. I barely believe in this stuff and I hardly understand it. But the void is the place outside the places. The darkness beyond Mundus and Oblivion. Anyway, Verandis felt a change in the currents. He sent me to get you. Well, that would explain it. You might have stopped it from fully awakening, but Verandis says something has changed. Even I could feel it. Come on, Verandis needs you to meet him at Night Hollow Keep. That's where he traced the dark energy to. Night Hollow Keep is down in Blackreach, east of the Library of Arksan. Verandis is there. He's waiting for you before he continues his search for the Dark Heart. It must have been impressive once, but it's falling into ruin now. Apparently, it was the seat of power for an ancient vampire clan, the Night Hollow. All that's left of them are a scattering of feral beasts. Plus, the place is full of void energy. Not much. I did a lot of digging into the Grey Host, but I never found a scrap about the Night Hollow. We're learning that some of the ancient vampire clans built kingdoms in Blackreach. My guess? The Night Hollow have been hiding down there forever. There were, Skyrim too. It seems that long ago the first clans established an empire beneath the surface. Even Verandis thought it was only a legend. But we're finding more and more proof every time we enter a new cavern down in Blackreach. That strange dark magic that's drifting around the Library of Arksan, Verandis calls it void energy. He's been studying it, trying to find its source. That's what led him to Night Hollow Keep. Well, you know those shades. Verandis says they're souls that got caught in the currents. It twisted them into hungry, hateful shadows. But you also used it to move around, so it's not all bad. He's worried that Rada al-Saran wants that energy. I'll meet you down in Blackreach.
Perfect timing, my friend. I think the Dark Heart is close by. The pockets of energy we discovered in the library of Arkzan, they're even stronger here. The void energy permeates that ancient keep. I suspect the Dark Heart hides somewhere inside, and I fear that it's growing stronger. Interesting. The Dark Heart hasn't fully awakened, but I did feel it stir. We need to find the Dark Heart, whatever it is, and prevent Rada and Belain from using it. I thought it was a dwarven artifact, but then why was I drawn to Night Hollow Keep? Very little, I'm afraid. The whole idea of a kingdom of ancient vampire clans hiding in the depths of Blackreach, well, I thought it was nothing more than a legend. Let's explore the keep and see what we can learn while we try to find the Dark Heart. Let's you and I split up and search the keep while Gwendis returns to Markarth. We know Lady Belain has something in mind for the city, and one of us should be close at hand. Inside, look for personal items. I can use them to glean information. One of my talents involves auramancy magic. Certain inanimate objects, especially items that hold significant personal value, can become imbued with the auras of those who possess them. Sometimes I can read vague impressions, sometimes more. Important events and powerful emotions leave a mark on their surroundings. Auramancy deals with evoking memories from the auras left behind on objects. It's an arcane art that I have perfected over the centuries. It often helps me in my work. Auramancy is a useful tool for unraveling the history of ancient places. Clearly, this keep was once great. Now it's forgotten. Yet a power our enemies covet stirs within. I think the story of this place is the story of the Dark Heart. I don't see how. Rada al-Saran was a Yakutan sword master before he came to Tamriel. His vampirism is a result of a meeting with Molag Bal. At least that's how I understand it. Lady Belain, however, her origins are unknown to me. A good question. We know that Rada promises freedom to the Grey Host. He spent centuries bringing the various elements of his plan together. How the Night Hollow fit in, I can't say. At least not yet. Hopefully the answers await us in the keep.
Run here, run there. I'm more than a messenger, you know. What am I going to tell Ard Kaddock that he doesn't already know? Fine. I'll go and play nursemaid to the Ard. Have fun in that creepy castle without me.
Now, Gwendis, you know I never ask anything without good reason. Markarth is in danger.
Fine. But when the real action starts, I won't sit on the side and let you deal with all the danger.
There you are. See if you can find a personal object within this ancient study. Did you find something? Bring it here. What did you find? My auramancy works best on a personal possession, something with an emotional aura, or even an arcane residue clinging to it. Let me see. I pity the stone is damaged, but it still retains a trace of magical aura. There are different ways to evoke echoes of the past. Objects that people wore or carried tend to collect and hold strong impressions. No. But it appears to be a pin or an emblem of some kind. The owner would have worn it on their clothing, close to their body. Good. Let's see if it has anything to show us. Keep your eyes open and observe.
A gift for me, my love.
I have chosen. Tonight, you and Rain will drink from the Dark Heart.
I have longed for this moment, my lady.
Soon, you will be a lord of the Night Hollow clan. One of my chosen.
So Lady Belain did belong to the Night Hollow clan. Interesting. I sensed that Lady Belain was ancient, but the vision confirms she was not only part of the Night Hollow clan, she was their leader. The Dark Heart gets more interesting at every turn. How did they drink from it? For that matter, what did they drink? Yes, but we need more information. I can deduce that the Dark Heart is some sort of power source. That much is obvious. And it's tied to the void energy we encountered. Plus, the currents got stronger when Arana's sister sacrificed her clanmates. Yes, I noticed that too. Whether due to the long centuries of isolation or something more sinister, they are shadows of their former selves. Take the insignia with you and keep exploring. Now that it's charged, more memories may reveal themselves. I cast auramancy upon the insignia. The lingering magic may reveal additional scenes from the past as you explore these halls. Phantasms, really. Harmless. And keep watch for more void portals. As at Arctazand, they may help you navigate this place.
ground is hooked because it. The dark heart stirs. No! Death cannot claim the Night Hollow!
Ah, this looks promising. A noble's chamber, I think. Take a look around. Have you found something I can cast my auramancy upon? My explorations have turned up very little, but it looks like you've had better luck. What did you find? Exactly what I was hoping for. I suspect the Night Hollow nobles wore these as a badge of rank. Let's see what we can learn with a little more auramancy.
We broke through. The way to the Dark Heart is open.
But the heart falters. Something is wrong.
The damn dwarves. If they depleted its energy.
Seal the Dark Halls! Until the heart recovers, only those who bear the sign of the Inner Circle may partake of its gifts.
I think I understand what happened to the Night Hollow clan. I suspect Lady Belain is the survivor of a long decline. While the rest of her clan slid into madness, she alone remained to carry on their legacy. Such a bitter pill for a proud vampire. That memory comes from a later time. The Lord spoke of opening a way to the Dark Heart, which implies the Night Hollow lost access to it at some point. But what are these dark halls Lady Belain spoke of? Where can we find them? Perhaps, and maybe we have the key. Lady Belain said that only those who bear the sign of the Inner Circle can utilize the heart. That must refer to the insignias you found. Let's look for these dark halls. More than likely, the dark halls lie below us somewhere. See if you can find a way down while I attempt to trace the currents of void energy that radiate throughout this ruin. One of us should find a way through. The best answer may be none of them. I suspect the Dark Heart may have been here before all of them. More than likely, they found it, and made use of it. Across the ages, different people may have been drawn to its power. We may never know for sure. Perhaps. It's curious, isn't it? I wonder if the Dark Heart has a purpose of its own. And we better keep going. Until we actually find this thing, all we have, I guess, is...
Belain and her nobles. They keep the Dark Heart all for themselves.
I think this is the entrance to the Dark Halls. As you can see, powerful magic wards the door. Perhaps I can draw a memory from it.
A dormant dark heart is of little use to us, Belaine.
It can be awakened, but I need to get the help of the Reach Witches.
Patience, Belaine. Not until I restore the Grey Host. Not until we unlock the orrery.
More delays. Very well. But the Dark Heart must beat again, Rada al-Saran. Nothing else matters.
It seems Rodda came here a long time ago. This is the most recent memory, but it's still centuries old. Did you see? Rodda and Belaine made some sort of deal centuries ago, and now the conditions of that deal have almost been fulfilled. We can't let them fully awaken the Dark Heart. I've been thinking about what you told me. I believe the Ghost Song ritual primed the Dark Heart, opening a path between this world and the Void. The Void energy is stronger here, but it lacks direction. I fear they require a greater sacrifice. Something as powerful as the Dark Heart that's been asleep for millennia may stir from the taste of a few souls, but I suspect it needs a banquet to awaken fully. Perhaps, if we hurry, it won't come to that. Because Rodda had not yet raised a new army, and he had other preparations to make, no doubt. Centuries don't matter much to immortal vampires. Now hold up the intact insignia. Let's see if we're right and it grants us access to the Dark Halls. A tunnel? The Night Hollow left the Dark Heart where they found it, instead of bringing it to their keep. Strange. Someone left these belongings here. They may have a story to tell. A well-made weapon, placed with care. Let me try my auramancy.
Belaine, we're dying. There's nothing you can do.
I refuse to accept that, Idrisen. But one of us must remain strong to save the others. I will take the remaining energy from the Dark Heart. It will sustain me until I determine how to make it beat again.
No, Belaine. You know blood no longer sustains us. If you take the last of the Heart's energy, the rest of us will starve.
How horrible. The Dark Heart gave the Night Hollow unbelievable power, but they were dependent on it. They lost the ability to draw sustenance from blood. As the Dark Heart slowed and fell into slumber, they became diminished. It appears that Lady Belaine took the last of the Void energy for herself, enough to saturate her and keep her strong through all these long centuries, while the clan around her, starved and turned feral. Apparently not. Feeding on void energy changed them. They lost the ability to take nourishment from the blood of mortals. I suspect Lady Belain believes that her clan will recover once the Dark Heart begins to beat again. And she's probably correct. Can you feel the void energy? That's the Dark Heart.
The Dark Heart must be fed. I will see to Markarth.
Father, no! We must not awaken the Dark Heart.
I stopped heeding your advice a long, long time ago, Verandis.
Idrison, slay these meddlers!
Deal with Lady Belain's minions. I'll try to stop Rana.
And saving my friends.
Lady Belain,
This is the way it must be.
I failed you.
You will understand. Time.
The Dark Heart awakens. I can't stop it.
Feed, you heart of darkness. Feed on the souls of Markarth, and soon my brethren will be free.
Those souls. The people of Markarth. Brother, what have you done? The Dark Heart. A piece of the primal void trapped in our world. The Dark Heart. A piece of the primal void trapped in our world. No wonder it warps the very weave of existence all around it. Look up. We're directly beneath the library of Arctzand. The Dark Heart, it powers the orrery. But to what end? The Dark Heart feeds on death. You saw that when the Ghost Song clan was sacrificed. Only he's offering the heart a much larger feast. All the Reach folk in Markarth. He sent Lady Belain there to finish what has undoubtedly already begun. Correct. As part of Lady Belain's peace with the Grey Host. Just another horrible deception. Let's get out of this place. There may still be a way to save the people of Markarth. That lift over there should take us to the library grounds. Hurry. Look at the dome. Markarth's souls are being drawn inside. I now understand the what of our enemy's plan, if not the why of it. Radha had centuries to set this in motion, yet I don't see how the orrery can free the Grey Host. As for Lady Belain, the Dark Heart beats again. Her Night Hollow are reborn. No, not yet. Our enemy has gained a momentary success, but now we know the extent of their plans. Knowledge is a powerful weapon, my friend. This isn't over. We can still pull victory from the void. Because of you, we still have a chance. Our enemy advances on two fronts, my friend, and we must match them move for move. Radha al-Saran has activated the orrery, while Lady Belain has gone to Markarth. Worse, the Dark Heart beats stronger with every soul that flows into it. The attack on Markarth has begun, but we can still save the city if we hurry. Go, Warn Ardkadak. Tell him to defend his people. Every life saved is one less soul for the Dark Heart. I will deal with Radha. After you warn Kadak, find Lady Belaine, defeat her, and the Reach folk will stand a better chance against the assaulting army. And if you can end the massacre, that will stop the flow of energy into the Dark Heart. Now go! I'll find a way to deal with Radha. Lady Belaine and the Grey Host, I leave in your hands. Stop them from feeding the Dark Heart, and it should fall dormant again. With any luck, I will put an end to whatever Radha plans to do with the orrery. They both seek to awaken the Dark Heart, so they can use the void energy it releases for their own. Majority of Radha's, as we learned in Night Hollow. No. Radha is... I wish I could say for certain. We know the Dark Heart allowed...
Harrier, over here! The Grey Host assault has begun! The Grey Host came out of nowhere, hit the city like a giant's hammer, vampires and werewolves, rending and killing anyone they could catch. The Ardsfolk thought they were safe in Markarth. Only fools put their trust in walls. Just like what Nathari did to my clan, the bastards. Arana brought us here to help, but it may be too late. They aren't only marching towards the gates, they're coming at us from beneath the city. Lady Belaine unsealed the doors to Nichuanzil and let the Grey Host into the city. We arrived just in time to fend off the first wave. Can't make any promises about the next. Go to Stay sharp and keep alert on your way to Understone Keep. The Grey Host could attack again at any moment. The vampire noble, your friend Varandus, he convinced Arana that we had to help defend Markarth. We marched when Gwendis gave us the word. Besides, Arana and Kadik are both of the Reach. Reach folk stick together against outsiders. We always have.
There you are. After all your talk, I was beginning to think you'd abandoned us. The Grey Host raided my city. Killed more of my people than I like, but we held them off. Barely. Now those bastards are gathering in Nichuan-de-Zel for their next attack. Well, they certainly did a good job with their first attack. Lady Boleyn actually tried to kill me herself. Might have succeeded, if not for Arana. She drove off Boleyn, saved my sorry hide. Yes, damn it, outsider! Ah. But your words ring true. All right. Defense only. For now. Arana had that look in her eyes, though. I think she plans to try to deal with Boleyn on her own. Now, if you have the mind, go to Nichuan-de-Zel and help the witch rebel, eh? Watch your step in Nichuan-de-Zel. From what we could tell, the Grey Host was gathering there for days before the attack. Even without the vampires and werewolves, there are old traps and metal monsters to contend with. Dwarves never did like company. A strong witch, in all her anger, is a force of nature. Arana blames Lady Boleyn for what happened to her old clan, and rightly so. Sounds like Boleyn got into poor Nathari's head. The old ways. Even I'm not fool enough to want them back. Well, she gave me good counsel, for a time. Even regarding the Grey Host. Sheltering in Markarth saved a lot of reach folk lives. Until today, at least. Arana warned me, though. She didn't trust Boleyn from the start. Ha! My Gran would scare us with tales of the Night Lords who once ruled the Reach from the land below. Always thought she was just trying to frighten the children. Like most of the Fadishran legends, I suppose there was a kernel of truth in her stories.
Hang on, hero. I did a bit of scouting and you need to hear what I have to say. Nichuan-de-Zel is crawling with Grey Host soldiers, not to mention all the dwarven constructs that clank around down there too. I didn't see her, but I wasn't able to advance very far into the Undercity. Since you're obviously on your way to help her, and I've delivered all the messages I had, I'm going back to the Library of Arksand. I hate that Verandis has a past, but he is an ancient vampire. I can't expect him to have remained alone for centuries until he met me. His connection to Rada al-Saran, though, he needs to be careful. His feelings are going to get him into trouble. Verandis always tries to see the good in people, but any good Rada al-Saran had dried up a long time ago. Look, someone needs to help Verandis, and you have to find Arana and deal with Lady Boleyn. But maybe when you're finished, you can come join us?
knew I sensed a friendly presence. Thank the spirits for leading you here. I wanted to finish this, but Belaine, she's too strong. And the Grey Host. I tried to return to Markarth, but got turned around. I chased Lady Belaine into the depths, battled her to a standstill. Then she summoned the Grey Host. She fled while I fought them off. To the orrery, I think I heard her tell the Grey Host commander. Listen, I sensed something else down below. A second keystone. Find it, and you'll be able to enter the orrery chamber. Forget me. Get the second keystone. Don't let Belaine draw any more power from the Dark Heart. Don't linger, Harrier. All this death, it fuels the Dark Heart, making it stronger with every passing moment. Find that keystone, and stop Lady Belaine. Hurry! I already feel my strength returning. It's the Dark Heart. Like the ghost song witches of old, I feel its power stirring within me. I hear the whispering of Namira. The Spirit Queen is with me. I won't die in this place. No, not in and of itself. Like all of Namira's gifts, how we use it is where good and evil come in. It's Belaine who is twisting it to this vile purpose. Stop her. Go on. I'll gather my strength and then see where the Spirit Queen wants to lead me. Down the stairs, then look for the vaults. That's where I fought Lady Belaine.
It's a trap! Fight them off!
I'm as frustrated as you are, Gwendis. We don't have a keystone, and I haven't been able to discern another way to get inside.
When I got there, Verandis was pacing around like a caged animal, trying to find a way to get inside the library. If you haven't...
Try as I might, I haven't been able to penetrate the wards on the door into the orrery. The dwarven magic is too powerful. Without a keystone of our own, we'll never get inside. Another keystone? It seems the spirits of the Reach smile favorably upon us after all. But you say Lady Belain escaped from Arana. Any idea where she may have gone? No one has entered or departed by these doors in all the time I've been here. It's clear that Rodda and Belain know more about this old dwarven structure than we do, though. They must have another way. By all means, if it works, we can finally confront Rodda and Lady Belain. Together, perhaps we'll fare better than Arana. I can get through to Rodda. I must.
Rodda! Stop this!
There is no stopping it now, Rodis. A few more adjustments to this infernal machine, and all will be ready.
This won't save your brothers and sisters. I told you it's impossible.
Oh, but you're wrong. About so many things. Can't you feel it, Verandis? The tug of the dark heart on your cursed soul.
Leave him alone!
The Dark Heart. You're going to sever our souls from Paul?
You see? Once I gather the Exarchs to my side, my ancient promise will be fulfilled. Belain, spare Verandis and his cherished daughter. Dispose of the rest.
Come and gaze upon the heart. Come and witness my true power.
You fools! The Dark Heart is mine to command. This is the place where your little rebellion ends.
The Spirit Queen led me here, Harrier. I'll help you defeat this abomination. Look how Belain corrupts Namira's gift. I'll create void portals. Use them to reach those Void Mothers and destroy them. We can't defeat her. The fate of the rich depends on it. I'll open another portal.
Lady Belain. Is she dead? The Spirit Queen, Namira. She required a champion. She gave me the strength to press on, despite my wounds. No, that strength is gone. She is the spirit of death and decay. Belain defied natural death, as all vampires do. Using Namira's energy like that, it was an affront. I am happy to have done my part. Verondis needs your help. Go, Harrier. Use this one last portal. Please, help Verondis. I see it now. The Lord of the Grey Host.
Friend, your timing is perfect. Get to the far platform and throw the switch. It will take all of us to stop this infernal machine. We did it, my friends. Now tell me, what of Lady Belain? If you hadn't arrived when you did, Gwendis and I would not have been able to power down the orrery. Thank you. But tell me, what of Arana and Lady Belain? I could feel them. It was like a battle in the darkness. So it was Belain's death I felt in the darkness. Rodda was right. For some reason, the connection I have to the Dark Heart is strong. But there was something else. Another sensation. Where's Arana, my friend? Arana dead. That's another soul lost to the void. Between her and those that perished at Markarth, the Dark Heart ate well this day. I'd like you to return to Understone Keep. Tell Ardkadak that despite what we have lost, Markarth is safe.
You sure you'll be all right here by yourself, Verondis?
I shall return to Markarth shortly.
What am I saying? Of course you will. But if you're not back soon, I'll come and drag you to Markarth myself.
Tell Ardkadak the news. Rodda used the orrery to focus the void energy. He created a portal to travel somewhere, but the specific destination eludes me. He did say an immediate one? No, I don't think so. With Rodda gone and Lady Belain dead, the Grey Host forces here in the Reach will eventually... Yes, but he's finished with Markarth and the Reach. I think he got what he wanted from the orrery and the Dark Heart. At least for now. Don't worry. I'll figure out what else he has planned, and together we will deal with it. When the time...
Here's one whose report we need. What news of Lady Boleyn? We did as you said, Rover. We defended the city and kept our people safe. Then, all of a sudden, the Grey Host turned and fled. And I barely got to kill a dozen or so of the bastards myself. Do I have you to thank for this unexpected turn of events? Well, that explains everything. Someone will sort out the details and tell them to me later, eh? All that matters is the Grey Host called off their attack and departed as soon as they lost their leaders. But where's Arana? I want to thank the witch. Arana promised to stop Lady Boleyn, no matter what. Trust a Reach Witch to make her own words come true. At least it was a good death, given in a noble cause, and Markarth still stands. We'll remember what Arana did. And they scattered and fled! Good riddance. Between Arana's Wilders and my stone hands, we held them back. And when you cut off the head, they were done with this fight. There's some cleanup to be done in the wilderness, but nothing we can't handle.
We stopped Lady Boleyn from gorging the Dark Heart with all the souls of Markarth, but we can't bring back the dead. Still, the Heart awakened but never reached full power. We turned back the Grey Host and killed Boleyn. That's a victory, my friend. The orrery remains charged with void energy, but the Dark Heart was never completely filled, and it already wanes. That means we denied Rada al-Siran a limitless source of power. Rada may have escaped for the moment, but we will find him. Any surviving Night Hollow clan members are bound to the Dark Heart. As it wanes, so will they. When you destroyed Lady Boleyn, you sealed the doom of her entire clan. That threat is ended forever, thanks to you and Arana. Yes, whether through the use of the orrery or some other means, Rada tied the void energy to the Grey Host. And due to my past affiliation, that seems to include me. I can feel it, hear its dark whisper. I need to ponder the implications. Soon. For now, savor this victory. The courage of mortals, not some buried relic, is the true heart of the Reach. You've saved countless lives, and proved to the Reach folk that not all outsiders are a threat to this land. Rada's time will come.
We
Time has come, my friend.
Evil today.
Let us speak.
An ancient darkness at the very heart of the Reach that threatened to destroy us all. These outsiders stood beside us and made our troubles, our enemies, their own. Let them hear our thanks. Look around you, people of the Reach. Markarth still stands. See your fellow Reach folk, and know we will always fight for our land and our ways. Arana will be sorely missed. I could use more enemies like her. The best way to honor her memory is to keep peace when we bury our dead, and get back to enjoying our rights as free men and women of the Reach. I'll send my stone hands after any of those monsters that still linger near my city. As for stragglers who take to the hills, I'll let the wilder clans deal with them. I know a clan.
Talk to me, Harrier. I want to know what happened to Arana, and I want to know now. I knew it. When you came back alone, I felt that something terrible must have happened. I never knew a witch so strong or so stubborn. I thought nothing could stand against Arana, and she was my friend. I should have been there for that fight. Arana made peace with Caddic. In her honor, we'll hold to that agreement. It's clear that Lady Belaine was always our true enemy. New clans will form, now that our quarrel with the Ard is over. There's plenty of land nearby. Now, don't get carried away. In case you haven't noticed, Reach folk don't bend their knees lightly. We'll give our loyalty to the Ard because we chose to, not because he demands it from us. And we'll be watching him.
I wish I knew where Rada al-Saran disappeared to after he activated the orrery. He went to an awful lot of trouble to awaken the Dark Heart and get his hands on that machine. Verandis doesn't think so, at least not the Reach specifically. Verandis understands Rada al-Saran. He believes the Ashen Lord's after a different prize. Did Lady Belaine say anything about Rada al-Saran's plans during your battle? Good thing you stopped her then. You saw how the Dark Heart changed the Night Hollow. Can you imagine a clan consisting of nothing but creatures like Lady Belaine? Always thirsting, never sated. No wonder the other ancient clans feared them.